Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to the long-awaited Morrowind playthrough. I've been talking about doing this for a couple of episodes now from Daggerfall, and finally decided to get around to doing it. So, I did want to get it out of the way. I have played Morrowind before, twice now. I've never beaten it though. I've always gotten about midway through the game, and then for one reason or another dropped it off, and never completed it. The last reason was because I got COVID, which I probably said about 16 times now on my Daggerfall videos, which if you haven't seen, you should probably go check out. They're pretty good. But I was also streaming it on Twitch. So you're probably going to notice if I go to my load, you can kind of see from the save names what I was going through with Twitch. You can see I did a 7-hour playthrough at one time. Ended up saving that at 5:25 a.m. So, but we're not going to worry about that right now. Right now we're focusing on our new character, who is named, if I can even remember my character's name, Veldrin is his name. We're just in a class adventurer, which is a custom class I made. I normally always do custom classes if it's been recommended to me. That way I have no one to blame but myself when it all goes wrong. Hopefully it won't, but I'm picking a class that I normally always like to play, more of the spell blade. It's just kind of my go-to. I'm just very comfortable with a mixture of magic and just, weapon swinging, I suppose. So, yeah, these are all my stats. Again, I'm sure some of you have played Morrowind in the past and are, yet again, ripping your hair out looking at this. But the one thing I will note is that I got agility as one of my majors, as you can probably tell with the 50, which means I'm going to hit things. So, and I also, again, kind of know what I'm doing. That's my pickaxe. Not my pickaxe, my lockpick, excuse me. Like I said, I've went through this before, so we're just going to go ahead and complete this main quest here real quick. Just going to give this guy his ring. There we go. Let's just be a good guy. So yeah, Veldrin is a character who's going to be thrown into the mix of Morrowind and all the crazy things going on in the third era. Third era? Or is this the second era? I know Elder Scrolls, I swear. But yeah, you probably also noticed there is quite a few mods going on right now. Most of them are just graphical. I have nothing that really changes the gameplay too much because I kind of prefer to play through games vanilla style, the way they were intended, I suppose. I know one of the biggest mods is the not being able to miss mod, but we still have that on. We're gonna take our chances, which we're probably gonna do pretty good because we have the Bound Dagger spell, which is a spell that will save us through the early playthrough and probably way into the later stage too, which is why we have a major in conjuration. But we're gonna go and we're gonna go grab a quick quest to earn us some septums. I skipped over the intro cinematic and me making my character because I didn't want you guys to have to wait for an ungodly amount of time as I tried to think of a name for my character and build him in the right way. So I skipped over it, but if you want to see the intro to Morrowind, I'm sure there's a YouTube video out there. It's pretty cool and really interesting. And for those of you that's never played Morrowind before, welcome. I hope that this experience will paint this game in a good light. So the game is a little bit weird. It kind of has that old school RPG feel to it, but that's okay. We're just going to grab this guy's stuff. We might need it for later. Never hurts. See, in these old days, being a bandit and taking everything you can find, that's the real strategy. Let's go ahead and try to summon our Bound Dagger here. There we go. Right, so we have no armor right now, but we're going to fix that soon by completing this quest. Hopefully nothing will come out of the swamp and drag us into oblivion. And by that I mean instantly kill us because I have no armor on. But I think we'll be fine. Right over there is our main objective. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing, is I'm going to be hopping around a lot. That's just the force of habit from games I've played in the past. Let's go kill our first enemy here. Easy. Oh! Our second enemy. Also easy. Very nice. Oops. Excuse me. Gotta get used to the Morrowind menus and how they work. So let's grab this, the tax record, and we're gonna grab the gold that he had on him. And I'm pretty sure if we read the tax record, there we are. Those are everyone that's being taxed by the Empire. It should give us a new quest. There we are. But yeah, the only real mods we have is graphical mods. Though probably the one you noticed the quickest is the water one. It just makes the game look a little bit nicer. All these old games, they don't look horrible, but maybe it's because I grew up in the era of Skyrim and such. I just like seeing graphics look nice and smooth and pristine, and in a way, it's kind of like seeing what you guys saw, the ones that played Morrowind when it first came out. I mean, I can only imagine these graphics were breathtaking back then. And so in your eyes, it probably did look like this, but like that's the time I remember when I first played World of Warcraft. That wasn't a great sentence, but we'll work on it. We'll get better with time. When I first played World of Warcraft, I remember the game looking breathtaking, stunning. And I mean, sometimes it still does, but definitely not to the way I imagined it when I was younger. Thank you. He has to admire my common shirt. I look good in it. So let's go and give this guy the tax records. The murder of Processius Vitilius. Oh, God, I hate Empire names. Murdered? What a waste. Processius was a good man. I'd been wondering what we hadn't heard from him in the last few days. Still, these are dangerous times we live in, and these sort of things happened. Did you happen to find the tax money he collected? I hate to be so callous, but I do have a job to do. Yes, I found 200 septums on his body. You did? How odd that he was murdered but not robbed. Your honesty is appreciated, I can tell you that. I won't forget this, Veldrin. In fact, if you're looking for some money yourself, I'd like to see the murderer of Processius punished. Killing an emperor's tax collector is punishable by death. Find his murderer, bring him to justice, and the Census and Excise Office will pay you 500 septums. Quest accepted. So yeah, it's just a cool way to get some pretty easy money when we first start off. Though later on in the game, I'm not going to be as well versed as I am now. It's going to be a lot harder. Let's see here. So let's ask. Someone finally got him, huh? Well, no surprise, I suppose. No one likes a tax collector, especially one who flaunts his wealth while taking our hard-earned cash. Only one who could stomach him was Thavir over at the lighthouse. The two of them spent some time together. Shame, really. She seemed like a nice woman.
If there is anything I can do, I am humbled.
I like the subtle jab at her there. But yes, Morrowind's a very time-consuming game. I don't know if any of you have ever seen playthroughs of other people, but this game can go on for a very long time, so I suppose it's only fitting that it will be the same for us. But hopefully it won't be too long. It won't overstay its welcome, you know? Let's tell her about this. Processius murdered? No, tell me that's not so. He was the gentlest man I've ever met. He and I had become close in the past few months. I don't know what I'll do without him. I've only ever seen him get angry once or twice, and never raised a hand to anyone. This is so sad. Well, not even angry, I suppose. I saw him arguing once with foreign Gilnith about his taxes. He thought Processius had been levying too much and skimming off the top for himself. Ridiculous. Processius wouldn't have done such a thing, I'm sure of it. Please find out what happened, friend. And if you can find out what became of Processius's ring, it would ease my heart. This ring, you say? I gave him a ring many months ago, and it was dear to him. Or I'd like it to remember him by. Fair enough. I think upstairs is a skill book that we can grab that ups one of our skills, but I don't know for sure. That was correct. Look at that. Right, so let's go solve this murder. First time off the boat, and Veldrin's already involved in a murder of an emperor's taxman. Such is the way of Tamriel, in all of its infinite mysteries and chaotic sways of eras. God, this game looks so good with the right mods. I was trying to get ones that made like the faces look better and stuff, but some of the mods went a little bit too crazy with it, and then some of the body mods were a little bit too much. We're gonna get some Daggerfall vibes from it, basically. If you see my videos, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm not looking to have to go back and edit out some nude bodies. Did you murder Processus Vitellius? That fetcher. You're damn right I did him, and a good thing, too. He was skimming a load of money from us honest people, overcharging us on our taxes and keeping the difference for himself. He was always flaunting his money around, showing off his new clothes and jewels, so I killed the bastard and left his body out there to rot, with all of his ill-begotten gold still on him. So, Veldrin isn't exactly a fan of overly wealthy nobles either, but he's also not a fan of cold-blooded murderers who can't control their emotions. So, we're gonna say, sorry, that is no excuse for murder, and your punishment has been decided. So you're one of them, huh? Come to kill me? Well, give it your best shot, Dark Elf. I've no problem spilling more of the blood of the Emperor's lackey. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. I just now noticed my stamina's pretty low, which might mean that he could knock me. Yep. So this is a cool feature of Morrowind. I'm just gonna step outside for a minute.
Quickly, Outlander, or go away.
I don't know if he'll follow me, but I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna try to get my stamina back before I go in there. So in Morrowind, the combat's really weird. I think it's basically behind the scenes a random dice roll each time to like deciding if you hit or if you don't. And if you have absolutely no stamina and someone's fighting you hand to hand, they can just knock you out onto the floor and you just can't get back up. I've actually have a short detailing my experience of being stun locked and getting my ass kicked even in full armor with some pretty decent gear by someone who took advantage of my stamina being low. So gotta be careful out here. Morrowind is definitely one of those games that doesn't really
Make it quick, Outlander.
doesn't really give you a tutorial, basically. I mean, it does, but it also doesn't, you know, it doesn't hold your hand. There we go. Easy enough. Rest in peace, my good man. He did take the ring, though, so we're going to take that from him. We're also going to take some of his gold. I mean, we probably need it now more than him, right? A lot of these older games, I don't know if this is stealing or not, so I'm not going to take it from his chest, because I think that might count as stealing, and I don't want to be a thief already. An accidental thief. But I was going to say, a lot of the books in the Elder Scrolls series are some of my favorite fantasy books I've ever seen. I love that this game... I love that the game takes itself seriously, in a sense. Like, not all the time, of course, but for the most part. Let's give her this ring. I've procured the ring. Oh, you found the ring I gave him. Thank you so much, Veldrin. It's good to have something to remember him by, though I'll never see him again. Here, take this. He usually traveled with a couple when he was doing his job, but he didn't this last time. If only he had. There we go, 2 potions of restore health. Not bad. Might come in hand later. Excuse me. Though we don't really need it, though, because we kind of got a Hearth Hill spell, so we're kind of fine, but never know in this game. I don't know why all the guards are bending over and acting weird when they're in their idle animation. I don't remember this happening, but maybe it's something I just never noticed before. To be fair, when I'm streaming, it's hard to pay attention to the game entirely because you got a chat going on at the side. Alright, here we go. The murder. I solved the murder. I heard you've been asking around about his murderer. I'm glad to see this matter brought to its completion. Here's your reward, Veldrin. Good to see there are still some citizens who understand their loyalty to our Emperor. 500 gold has been added. Great, our first quest has been completed, and we're only 14 minutes in. We're doing good time. Say that like I'm doing a speed run, but yeah, Morrowind was one of those games I got when I was quite young, actually. I got it for the Xbox 360, oddly enough. Let's go buy some armor from here, yeah? Just some of the basics. Nothing too crazy. See, so we're proficient in heavy armor. So let's buy... That's an armor rating 2. That's an armor rating... Okay, wow, that's way better, actually. For some reason, I thought because it said Imperial Chain that it'd be better than just a full-on Iron Cuirass, but should have known better. Okay, so the total cost right now is 70. Could probably get away with, I think, a few more stuff. I don't know if we can get like a full set, but we can certainly try. They still... Oh, look at that. They sell steel stuff, too. That's pretty interesting, actually. Maybe we should try to buy some steel greaves. Ooh, that threw the price a lot. How about the left gauntlet? The right gauntlet. And now we will buy an iron helmet. I think that's basically a full set. No, we're missing boots. Are we? Yeah, we're missing boots. Let's see if we have any of those around here. Oh, we don't have to walk around with some basic ass shoes and otherwise full armor. It doesn't seem like there is anything here. At least not heavy armor wise, which is kind of a shame, but... And I got Nordic fur boots. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Oh, well, that's fine. So let's see if we can kind of boost the price down a little bit. I doubt we can take it too low, but maybe that? Yeah, I didn't think so. How about 225? Okay, how about 235? There we go. Oh, for a minute there, I thought I made him mad and he didn't give me the armor. I think that's something that can happen. If you keep asking too much, they eventually just get mad at you and tell you to leave. But I could be misremembering. Alright, we don't look too bad now, though. If I could only remember how to zoom out my character. That's not the word I meant to say. Zoom out my camera. Toggle POV is tab. Cool. Thank you, game. You know, maybe not the most fitting armor that we've ever worn before. But we definitely look like a novice adventurer at the very least. We got the cool little fins on the legs. There we go. Makes us a little faster. Doesn't really, but we can imagine. I think it's F5 that quick saves. It is. There we go. So we're going to have to remember to quick save quite often. This game likes to threaten a crash, as it almost did there. It threatened it for a minute. It was thinking about it. But we're not going to let it do that. It doesn't have the right. There's another thing that we're going to have to do later on, by the way, which I'm going to mention now. There's going to be a point when we get to the first city, probably the next episode, that I'm going to have to cheat a little bit. Now, hear me out. The reason I'm cheating is because we need a ring of some sort to see in the dark better, because some of the dungeons are quite dark, and especially at night when we're traveling, it's damn near impossible to see what's going on. And I want to make sure that you guys have the best quality video coming your way. So, as a result of that, we're going to have to cheat a little bit. And it's just going to be one enchanted ring is all we're going to get. And we'll be fine after that, I promise. I'll get rid of all the excess gold, and I'll make sure that it's like nothing ever happened. There we are. So this is our first dungeon. A good place to test your class if you're... Alright, kind of rude. If you're trying to figure out if this is a good build that you have going on. At least that's always been the case with me. When I was younger and played this game on the Xbox, I think I was mentioning that before. Is that any better than what I have now? It probably is, right? It's not. I had no idea what I was doing, and I kept missing every single swing. And it it made me so mad when I was younger, because at the time the only thing I had was Skyrim. So I've never played a game that basically told me you're not hitting someone. This guy's gonna kill me if I'm not careful. Okay, I got him. Okay. Come on, don't do it. Don't do it. Oof. Hey, that was real touch and go there for a minute, but we're fine. But yeah, I never played a game that told me, oh, you missed. Try again. Keep swinging at them. So I was kind of upset, and I thought the game was, like, broken. Which I think is kind of a fair assumption when you're playing more modern games, and every time you swing the sword, you always connect in some shape, way, or form. What is this? Expensive skirt. Take that and maybe sell it. If we find any expensive clothes, we got some moon sugar in here. You guys are trafficking drugs. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I mean, not really. I probably shouldn't say trafficking drugs is pretty cool. We're not the best look. We will take the probe and the lockpick, but everything else is kind of useless. Unless their pants are... No, it's not. With clothing, it's important to have nice looking clothing, because the game, I think people's reputation with you, or their disposition, I guess, if I'm trying to be fancy and use the right word, is increased a little bit if you have nicer clothes on. They'll be more friendly towards you. I can take that. I mean, can we equip it with the dagger? Yeah, of course we can. Why couldn't we? Cyrodiilic brandy. We don't really want that, but we're gonna put this away. So yeah, it's important to wear nice clothes. In a sense. Let's go down here and try to scavenge what we can from the depths. What am I hearing? What sounds like insects underwater? Unless that's real life. That could be real life. I'm kind of a gamer, and I don't think my house is dirty, but there are cleaner houses out there. And probably would have been better if I just didn't say anything, to be honest. Alright, cool. I don't know why I go down there. I think I discovered it when I was younger, and now ever since then I've always went back, even though I know there's just an iron saber. Like, never good loot. I don't think the loot tables change in dungeons or anything like that. I mean, I think everything's kind of predetermined. At least in this dungeon, I'm not sure. Feel free to correct me in the comments if you know for sure. If I recall, so this is what I mean when I said like the dungeons are kind of dark. It could be just because I have mods on, and maybe they've made the dungeons darker as a result, which is something that could be completely true. I'm not sure. I don't really remember what mods I put on. But either way, in order to remedy this issue, we're going to have that ring by next episode. So when we get into some actual really dark dungeons, which are like interior buildings for some temples, and that rat scared the shit out of me. What is it with Elder Scrolls games and jump scaring me? I feel like they jump scare me more than actual horror games do. I think it's because I get led into a false sense of security, and then the game breaks it. Let's grab this. I think there's a ring over here. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but it's kind of hard to see. You gotta kind of shimmy around a little bit. There it is. Very nice, very nice. Very good early ring. Not bad at all. I'll put this on. Just in case our dagger ends up falling at some point. Look at... Oh, dude, we look cool as shit, actually, with that skirt on. Like, I didn't think we would, but we look kind of cool now, huh? I don't know if you can really see him. I'll show you again when we get outside, but I kind of dig it, to be honest. Look like a World of Warcraft character. Without the weird proportions. See a torch. I don't know if you can even light torches in this game. Oh my lord, you can. That's amazing. Alright. Let's see if we can show you what I look like now. Kind of. It's a very faint glow, but... Yes. There we are. Looking nice. Like some kind of crusader for The Holy Grail. Very, very nice. So up here, I don't think a lot of people know about this, but there are slaves. Slavery is a big part of Morrowind. And Veldrin is not a fan of such a thing, despite being a dark elf himself. Go ahead and free all these people.
Yes, honored guest.
And there we are.
What do you ask, master?
Oh my god, that voice. I could not imagine being the voice actor for that Khajiit. Or just a Khajiit in general. Your throat must be ruined by the time you're finished recording. Okay. Cool. So, let's get out of here. First dungeon complete. We're gonna do another little quick save. Hopefully the game won't crash, because that would be very unfortunate. Suppose we'll find out. Nope, we're good. It likes to tease me a little bit. I'm gonna take a torch from this as well for our own devious desires. How much do we have in terms of... Okay, so we're pretty good. Look at us. I'm actually kind of in love with our character right now. Veldrin looks cool as shit, and I'll fight anyone who says differently. Real men wear skirts. This guy could kick your ass while wearing a skirt. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to travel to Balmora. To sum up the opening of this game, basically we wake up in a prison ship after having a weird dream foretelling this prophecy of some kind. And we're woken up as we arrive in Morrowind. And as we get in there, we realize that we've been sent... I'm going to get this wrong. Let me see if I can just read the journal, just to make sure I'm not making a fool of myself. Right, so... we're here under the Emperor's orders, I'm pretty sure. And it's very hush-hush, but we're told to go to Balmora in the Vardenfell district and report to a man called Cassius Cosades to find out where he lives. I should ask Balmora at the corner club called Southwall. So we're going to go and do that. Excuse me, I don't mean for my voice to crack. Let me take a sip of my water real quick so I can stop being a 13-year-old. There we go. Alright, we should be good now. Hope the audio is sounding okay. I tweaked it a little bit because I noticed the last two episodes, my voice was kind of quiet. Not too quiet, but enough that it kind of bothered me a little bit. So I decided that I would tweak a little bit of the settings, nothing too crazy. Add a little bit of compression to my voice, so feel free to let me know in the comments if I sound better or if I sound worse. That's the only way I can really tell, because to me I think I sounded fine, but to you guys I could sound horrible. Just be like, go back to the old way. So have you seen Cassius Cosades? That old sugar tooth. Never heard that saying before. I'm not sure where he's living, but ask Bocala Cosisius, the owner. He'll know. These names, and
I really don't have
thought his
time
head
for
was
this.
a his hair was a helmet there for a minute. I was confused.
Khajiit has no time for you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So you seem like the guy. No? How about you? No? Wait, where's this owner?
Why do you approach?
That's a good question. Mega Man. Patron of the Southwall Corner Club. Bocala Cosisius. Okay. Definitely not him, so it might be upstairs. Again, the names for the Empire and the Imperials, I suppose, are
This better be
always
impressive.
ones that mess me up. Then again, I could just be an idiot, so who knows. Have you seen Cassius Cosades? Old Cassis rents a little bed and basket just up the hill on the north edge of town. Go to the front door, not the upper door to the terrace. Then right up the stairs, then left at the top of the stairs and down. Okay, so the directions in Morrowind are very confusing. They stress particular things that you don't really think about, and sometimes it makes it even more confusing. But his house is over here. staring me down from up there, huh? Alright. And this is our man, shirtless and all ripped. Woo!
Yes.
Yes. Ben. Yes, I'm... Well, what? Yes, I'm Cassius Cosades. But what do you mean you were told to report to Cassius Cosades? What are you talking about? I think I've said his first name 3 different times now, so forgive me. So you say your name is Veldrin, and you've been told to report to me and deliver a package. Perhaps you'll let me look at it? Sure, man. Yeah, it's very interesting. So it says here the Emperor wants me to make you a novice in the blades, and that means you'll be following my orders. Are you ready to follow my orders, Veldrin? Sure, man. Good. Take off your shirt. Good. Welcome to the service, novice Veldrin. Now you belong to the Blades, with the Emperor's eyes and ears in the provinces. You can use my bed if you need the rest, but leave my personal stuff alone unless I say otherwise. If you like, you can improve your modest skills with our blade trainers now. Or if you're in a hurry, I can give you orders right away, but don't forget to visit the blade trainers. Who are these blade trainers you speak of? These blades agents offer training. Not free, of course, but cheap for a fellow agent. Look for Rithleen. God, here we go, man. Tyr Malian and Nine Toes here in Balmora. In Caldara, see Serene Surfane. Wow, what a name. Serene Lorifane in Aldrune. And see Gildan. Sorvar Horsemouth lives in a hut west of Aldrune. And Alone. Oh, what a sad name. The Scout can be found in Ariel's trade house in State of Need. Very well. So that should be in our journal now. But we will click on the names to make sure. There we go. We're just going to click on these names real quick and ask about them, because they will write us down in our journal. And whenever we want to go and see them, we have it there. So what are our orders that you speak of? What is this? First thing, Pilgrim, you're new, and you look it. Here's 200 drakes. Go and get yourself a decent weapon or armor or a spell. And second thing, you need a cover identity. Around here, freelance adventurer is a common profession. Sign on with the Fighters Guild or Mages Guild or the Imperial Cult or Imperial Legion. Advance in their ranks, gain skills and experience. Or go out on your own and look for freelance work or trouble. Then, when you're ready, come back and I'll give orders to you. I like that he says just find trouble. Like, I feel like if you're going to be undercover for the Blades, one of the things you wouldn't want the newest hire to do is go and get in trouble. But what do I know? Maybe it's Morrowind, you know? It's a foreign world. What is this Imperial Cult you speak of? The Imperial Cult worships the 9 divines. The Aedra, Akatosh, Dabella, Arche, Zenithar, Mara, Stendar, Kinnereth, and Julianos. And Hyper Septum. Well, we'll know how that's going to go later. Founder and patron of the Empire. In Morrowind, it's partly maintaining the faith for outlanders like us, and partly a missionary cult, bringing enlightenment to the heathen Dunmer. You can see so much. What is that? Vunis? The text is so small in this game. At Fort Moonmoth to join, but you have to go to Ebonheart if you want to become a lay servant. Okay, well, what's a lay servant? Lay servants serve the Imperial Cult by doing various tasks. Not a lot of excitement, but safe, honorable, and rewarding. First, you have to join the Imperial Cult, then go to the Imperial Chapels in Ebonheart to get work. See Sinolian Tunifus. God, man, these names. To become a lay healer. See Ilias Trupter to become an almoner, a fundraiser. See K, I like that name. See, that's a good name. To become a shrine sergeant. They do the more dangerous jobs. Okay, what was Fort Moonmoth? Fort Moonmoth is the Imperial Legion garrison southwest of Balmora. Okay. And what of the Imperial Legion? The Imperial Legion has several forts garrisoned here on Vardenfell. The lower ranks handle law enforcement, escorts, rescues, dangerous predators, diseased and blighted beasts, and so forth. Only one fort accepts recruit, Fort Darius in Guinness. Guinness is the frontier outpost, isolated, a little rough, but good experience. If you're interested, see General Darius in Guinness. So, considering that we were taken by the Empire, I don't think Veldrin's going to be very fond of them at the moment. Though he might change his mind later on. Though, being a Dunmer, I'd imagine he probably doesn't really give much thought to the 9 divines, especially when the tribunal is kind of around. So he will stay away from that for the moment. So we're going to ask about the Tribunal Temple. It's the native religion. They worship 3 god kings, Alamexia, Sothasil, and Vivek. I think it's Vivek, but I used to say Vivek all the time, and the chat exploded on me. I used to have it remembered, but now I've already forgot. I'm going to call him Vivek. I think that's how they said it. I think they remembered him spelling it Vivehk, Vivek. So, who are known together as the Tribunal. We usually just call it the Temple. They're narrow-minded and superstitious, but I find a lot to admire, particularly their concerns for the poor. They accept Outlanders as members, but few Outlanders join except for the services. Talk to Fodaria Sadra at the Balmora Temple if you're thinking about joining. So, I find it interesting they call them narrow-minded and superstitious when they too kind of worship a pantheon. But I guess I don't really know too much about Elder Scrolls lore to say that the gods in this world might interact as much as they... Yeah, she's definitely part of the neighborhood watch, huh? She's like the soccer mom down the street where if you and your friends make too much noise, she's standing outside staring at you to make sure you know that she's been listening. For some reason, like it's a big deal. That might be too much personal experience on my end, but I stand by it. But yeah, I don't know too much about Elder Scrolls lore. I know Coda. I know the more wacky lore. Like I know that the Dwemer kind of disappeared. I know all the kind of... The things that you would expect to know when it comes to Elder Scrolls lore. But I haven't really sunk into it. So if you're expecting me to know things like the back of my hand, you're going to be sorely disappointed, my friend. But it's okay. We'll learn together, right? So let's go join the Mages Guild, because I think that's probably the best thing for us, considering we're using Conjuration and so forth. Are you looking for me? You want to join the Mages Guild? Yeah, that sounds like fun. Yes, you look like the kind of sort we could use in the Mages Guild. Will you take the Mage's Oath and join the guild? What is the Mage's Oath? Perform any duties assigned to you by the Masters of the Guild. Learn from them and grow strong. Always share your knowledge freely with other guild members, and never strike or steal from other guild members. Does this appeal to you? Sure, sounds fine to me. You are now a member of the Mages Guild. Welcome, associate. When you are ready, you can ask for duties to perform, and once you are ready, you can ask for advancement in the guild. Have no duties for you, okay? Speak with Ajira. She may be able to have some small tasks for you. So now we gotta go on what I like to call fetch quest in these early days. Before on my other character, I have done a lot of the Mages Guild storyline, so I kind of know what to expect.
Why do you approach?
I need duties. Give me a second. Let me take a sip. Nothing like refreshing water, am I right? So, what brings you to Ajira's shop? Do you want some duties from Ajira? Do you want the local brews? Or help in a fight? Some Telvanni bug musk? Or a way to reach high places? What do you mean help in a fight? Ajira sells potions of restore health for when you're bleeding. And potions of restore fatigue when you are weary. Yes, they sell Mazdi, Flynn, and Sujama. So I'm gonna imagine that's how it is. Kagaudi. I'm gonna say a lot of things wrong in this, and again, feel free to say in the comments.
You're saying it wrong. It's actually supposed to be pronounced like this, and
I'll try to adjust for next episode. So duties. Yes. Ajira has duties for you. Before Ajira can be a journeyman in the Mages Guild, Ajira must study local mushrooms. To finish Ajira's report, Ajira needs samples of Luminous Rusulia, Violet Corporneus, Bungler's Bane, a favorite of mine, and Haifa Fascia. Ajira knows we can find all of these on the Bitter Coast. The easiest way is to go along the river Odai until you see a wooden bridge across the river. Get out of the river there and find a path west over the hills. So, the thing they don't tell you is that you could easily just get a Silt Strider and go right back to State Anine and find almost all the mushrooms there. So we're going to go do that because when I played this last time, I ended up wasting a considerable amount of time.
What do you want?
Alright, excuse you. A considerable amount of time wandering around in the swamps in the middle of the night. And we're going to try to avoid that. For your comfort and ease of watching this video. There's our athletics going up. Let's go ahead and hop around, yeah? By the way, I love the plug walk the Argonians have in this. I kind of wish they kept the Argonians more beast-like. Like in the Khajiit, like the kind with the, I can't remember what the legs are called, but I know there's a certain type of word for it. I think it gives them a lot more character, but I can't blame them for wanting to change it as well. So, Seydanin.
Where would you like to go?
That's kind of a loaded question. Maybe the Imperial Province? That sounds like a nice around this time, huh? Heard High Rock is pretty cool. I don't know if Morrowind would be my first vacation spot if I had to truly pick. So here we go. This is the first one we need. Let's take this. I was considering getting the alchemy skill, because I think on my last character I had the alchemy skill, but I used it so little that it wasn't even really worth having. It was just taking up a spot, so I didn't make it like a major or a minor skill this time around. Decided against it. Thought I'd actually make a build that's useful for the things I want to pursue and the way I play the game. But recall, one of these mushrooms look exactly the same as the other, so we kind of got to go walk up to every single mushroom we see. There's some Bungler's Bane, a favorite, I think there's one in the swamps here, yep. Oh, we're going to be done with this one quick, huh? Way faster than last time. Is this the one we need? Yes, it is. Now we just need, I think this one. Hiphia fascia. I'm pretty sure grows on the trees here. I shall find out. Oh, dude, I'm about to say I'm about to sneeze, but a little bit too late for that. I'm fine. Don't worry. Thank you guys for saying bless you. I'm sure you did. You guys are a very caring group. My subscribers are the best. Even if I'm not streaming on Twitch, when I sneeze, they tell me bless you. I think that's what I was looking for, right? No. If I recall, I think it might have been up here. Or this might have been the one that was growing on the trees. This might be it. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Cool, so I think we got everything now. Let's check. Bungler's Bane. Hyphaeophasis. Yep. Alright, cool, we got it. Yeah, that's way faster than last time. When I streamed this, I'm pretty sure I walked around the entire coastline of Vardenfell. Sorry, I thought I saw something over there. Looking for these mushrooms, only to realize I could have just went to Seydanin and grabbed them instantly. But that's the charm of the older games, learning and adapting, yeah? If you knew everything beforehand, it wouldn't be fun. There's also no fast travel in this game. I mean, there is. It's teleportation, and there's stuff like the Mark and Recall, which I mentioned in Daggerfall. So, it's not completely, you know, you're on your own. But it is, your options are limited. Okay, so we're going to be in the dark a little bit on this one. I don't want to waste another torch, because I don't want to go buy another one from a general store or something like that, or steal one from a dungeon. I guess stealing one from a dungeon wouldn't be bad if we stumble into one. Dude, our acrobatics is going to be in the 80s by the time we're done with this playthrough, I can promise you that. Okay, I'm not going to keep doing that. I can imagine that'd probably get pretty annoying in a video, hearing the sound of the character's footfalls over and over again. So here we go. Let's go back to Balmora. But on top of the Mark and Recall and the Silt Striders, we also have the teleportation from the Mages Guild, which takes you to a couple of the major cities. Not all of them, but some of them. You also got rowboats. Boats that go across the countless riverways. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn this in and get our first quest done. How much time we're at? We're at 45? That isn't bad. We'll keep going for a little bit. Maybe we'll do one more quest, yeah? Alright. Excuse me. Apprentice coming through. A badass apprentice. I'm still in love with the skirt look. I really dig it. I don't know what everyone else thinks, but this is a fucking vibe right here. Speaking of vibing, we need to go and buy some steel shoulder guards of some sort. And we need to kind of look a little bit better. Some boots as well. Iron or steel works. Has Veldrin found the mushrooms Ajira needs? Yes, here you are. Yes, these are good samples. Now Ajira can write a report on the journeyman of the Mages Guild. I'm not going to do that accent. Ajira had made potions for you to take in return. Ajira is no great alchemist yet, but Ajira thinks you can use these. So we got 4 cheap restore health potions. Not bad. Got any more duties for us? Yes, Ajira has more duties for Veldrin. Ajira made a bet with Galabadir. Okay, tell me about this bet. Ajira made a bet with Galbadir that Ajira would be a journeyman before Galbadir. Now Ajira must study these mushrooms and write a report. Ajira wants you to give Galbadir a fake soul gem. Ajira made a fake soul gem. Take it and put it in Galbadir's desk upstairs. Galbadir should be coming downstairs to talk with the person that's the same last name as me. Maran. Say that right. Drin. So no one will see you do this thing. Alright, alright. Gotta be sneaky for the Khajiit, huh? I think that's my favorite thing in Skyrim. I was about to say Morrowind, but the Khajiit always being like, man, it sucks that people are like, we're always selling skooma, and then you can go into their inventory and they're selling skooma. Let's take that. Wait, I don't know. I kept falling for the fake soul gem. It was so good I fell for it. The guy who planted it. Okay, excuse me, coming through. Act like nothing happened. Hello. Has Veldrin put the fake soul gem in Galbadir's desk? Yes, I have. What else do you have for me? Ajira must now study local flowers. Yes, Ajira must study flowers now. Ajira needs samples of the gold cannet, stoneflower petals, willow anther, and heather. These can all be found on the shores of Lake Amaya. Excuse me. To get to Lake Amaya, go southeast of Balmora, past Fort Moonmoth, then follow the signs and take the road to Pelagad. After you cross the Foyata Mamada, man, they really went crazy with these names. Go towards Suran on the next crossroads. All the flowers Ajira needs will be on the path to Suran, which runs across the north shores. Okay, so remember that. Path to Suran. So yeah, this is one of the things that you got to get used to playing. I mean, even Daggerfall's kind of like that. They don't really give you a quest marker or anything, which isn't bad. I find it kind of silly that people get up in arms about if quest markers are good or bad in a video game. I don't really think it changes too much, to be honest. So this will take us away from a place when we need it. I can't remember which one takes us to what, but we're going to take both of these. I don't know if you could hear that in the background.
Outlet.
Got some stuff going on in the house. It's a little loud. I think someone just sprinkled a water bottle as loud as they possibly could, and I think it might have picked up. But if it didn't, then completely ignore this. It's fine. Hey, at least they're drinking water, you know? It's the little things that we should be proud about. Ooh, that sunlight right in my eyes. Oh, I'm sitting in a dark room right now like a nerd, and it's sunlight killing me. Okay, let's quick save again. I gotta get into the groove of doing this. I'll forget and then I'll die at some point and then be distraught when I'm 6 hours behind from where I was originally. But yeah, Morrowind really makes sure that you take in the game. And, you know, with the mods and everything, I don't mind it. I don't mind sitting here and looking at the sunrise and the Dwemer ruins in the distance that look like a Kingdom Hearts level. This is good. This is a good game. And the music. Okay. Sorry about that. I wanted it to play the music, at least the swell part of it, because it's such a... It's so good. It's so good. The only bad thing about Morrowind, I have to say, is the cliff racers, which we will become very, very, very close with. More intimate with than I care to admit. Oh, there's one right now. Thankfully, it hasn't spotted us, so it won't bother us. But who knows? Its aggro range could be that of like 500 miles with these things, it feels like sometimes. There's a little scribs running around. So if I recall correctly, this is the path to Pelagad, yes. I have to take this path many times before on the Twitch stream. So. Kind of used to it. Oh. Sorry, it keeps pulling up the menu again. My mouse is old, so when I click in, sometimes it clicks like the right button as well. Kind of feel bad about that little guy. He didn't really stand much of a chance, did he? Is that a person? I think there's an escort quest somewhere around here. Can't tell if there's a person or a pole. Common question in my life, to be honest. They said glasses would fix it, and yet here I am. Still questioning if someone is a pole or a living human being. Happens to the best of us. Okay, so here's some of the flowers we need. A stone flower, very nice. The gold kennet flowers. We'll take, yes, yes. See, so we need those. Willow, anther, and heather. Oh, this looks like heather, doesn't it? It most certainly does. Look at me knowing my stuff. I did take this, right? Okay, good. Making sure. Don't want to think I got them all and then go back and realize I missed one. That would be tragic. I think this is the one we haven't grabbed yet, yeah? That's a black anther plant. Cool, but not what we're looking for. Actually, what are we looking for? Willow anther. That's right. I was a plant called willow anther. Never mind. Don't even have to worry about it. Cool. So that's another quest completed. I think there might actually be another quest down through here, and exploring wouldn't hurt us at all, rather than just spending our time in the Mages Guild doing random quest for X person. Maybe we'll do a bit of exploring as well, yeah? Kind of fill out the world of Vardenfell a little bit. I mean, one day it's going to be under ash and we'll never see it again, so might as well enjoy it while we can, right? Oh, there's a person in the distance. Hopefully one that's friendly. So, by the way, this is the map of Morrowind. As you can tell, it's... I don't know if I'd use the word lacking. I guess I should have said Vardenfell, not Morrowind, but... I don't know if I'd call this lacking, but it's certainly unique. It doesn't really mark every single place you find, like Skyrim or Oblivion or so forth and so on. Oh, there's a Kogati. Kogati? Is it a car? It's not a car. Hello there. Hello, please, might you be of some assistance? Excuse me. My friend is lost, and I'm worried about him. Your friend, you say? Yes, my friend, Edris Oril, and I were traveling to Vivek. Vivek. Oh my god, it's gonna bother so many people, and I literally can't remember what the right pronunciation of it is. I'm trying to remember so hard. I think it's Vivek. I'm gonna say Vivek. And I were traveling to Vivek, and he heard a strange animal sound nearby. He's sort of an amateur naturalist, and he felt compelled to seek out what was making the noise. That was hours ago, and I'm afraid something terrible has happened to him. If you could find him and bring him back safely, I'd really appreciate it. I'd go myself, but I'm really more of a scholar, as is he. That's why we were traveling together. A little safety in numbers, you know. Can you help? I'll try to go find your friend. Oh, thank you, thank you. Truly, I fear for his life.
Sorry, stranger. My time is short.
Not really the best thing to say to someone that just agreed to help you find your friend. Alright, anytime now, I can summon Dagger. Any moment now. There we go. Come on. Don't do it. Don't do it to me. They're doing it to me. I'm dead. After I said don't do it, huh? This game sometimes. Hey, it's our first death. What do you know? Oh my. So, okay, welcome back to the quick save part. This is what I was talking about. You gotta quick save every time. You never know. You never know. Should have quick saved after I got all the flowers and everything, but I was too busy talking about how to pronounce Vivek. And completely forgot to do it. Oh, the woes. Well, you know what? This gives us more time together, doesn't it? I'll prolong the episode a little bit longer so we can enjoy one another's company. A little bit more time just chilling out. But I hope you guys are enjoying Morrowind and enjoying the playthrough. I know I enjoy Morrowind, even though I've never beaten the game to completion, but it's still a very, very fun game, and I've always kind of found it interesting. I mean, when compared to Oblivion or Skyrim, it's such a huge jump from like what those two games are like. It's a completely different world. This is definitely the era where nerdy video games or like fantasy video games were definitely trying to take from Dungeons and Dragons as like a reference to how character building should be done, and I don't think it's a bad thing. I understand why they simplified it. I definitely can. To like, for the best way I can view it is, if you ever set someone down for the first time to make Dungeons and Dragons, or to play Dungeons and Dragons, not make Dungeons and Dragons, that'd be pretty impressive. But to play Dungeons and Dragons, and every time it's their first time making a character, they're always immediately overwhelmed because it feels like there's 16 different things they got to remember and 16 things they got to do, and it can just kind of be overwhelming for some people. So I can understand why Bethesda dumbed down the character design a little bit. Not the character design, but the class building. It definitely makes sense to me. It's kind of a very much of a nerd thing, and I don't think back then in these days being a nerd was as big as it is now. Like, now you can say I'm a nerd and no one will throw you into a garbage can. They'll kind of be like, oh yeah, cool. But back then that was a completely different story. So maybe to make it a little bit more accessible for quote-unquote mainstream audiences, I think they might have dumbed it down a little bit. I don't know. I'm talking out of my ass. I don't know why Bethesda did it or why they chose the route they did. I really just think it comes down to trying to market yourself to a wider variety of people. And again, Skyrim isn't a very bad game. I don't think it's a bad game at all. I think it's lacking a little bit when it comes to, you know, uniqueness and character creation and class picking. Oh, did you even pick classes anymore, do you? I've been playing Daggerfall for so long that I've just assumed that you'd have a class to pick from, but yeah. Nowadays, you don't even have that. You just do whatever you want. And I do think that kind of makes the games feel a little bit less alive, but I think that's just the direction they're going to be taking from now on, and complaining about it isn't going to do anything. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they could come out with the next Elder Scrolls game when I'm like in my 60s, being 24 now. I mean, we're taking so long with Starfield for some reason. That game looks like, ugh. But by the time they're done with that and they actually start working on Elder Scrolls, the next one I'll probably be in my 60s, so when that finally comes out, who knows? Maybe they'll bring back the classes and such. And even if they don't, I mean, the modding community has it. You know, there's so many different mods that add in all the old kind of flavor to the game. I mean, you can make Skyrim like 16 different games if you want it. Nexus has taught me that much. For better or for worse, I suppose. You'd be surprised what people can do. Alright, hello again. New life rule. I don't know who you're talking about. Your friend? Well, I'll go find him. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I dusted today, and I think I might have inhaled like a gallon of dust. You know how it is. I keep saying that, but I don't think anyone knows how it is. Alright, so there's 2 of them up there. One of them was all it took to kill me, so let us see how this goes. Hopefully I'll be luckier this time. Okay. There we go. Definitely got luckier. Can't rest. There are enemies nearby. Rest into healed real quick. Sure hope no Dark Brotherhood comes after me and attempts to kill me while I'm sleeping. That'd be bad, wouldn't it? Damn, I was hoping they'd show up. The Dark Brotherhood has some crazy armor that if you can get early game and you can sell, especially if you know who to sell it to. Like, I normally always sell it to Creeper, who's a character that we'll see later. But yeah, you can make like at least 1,000 gold off of barely a set of Dark Brotherhood armor. Again, it's gonna take me a minute to get used to the controls. Let's see here. Notes on Kagauti mating habits. Observations made on the wild Kagauti on the southeastern Morrowind. Now seem to travel in large packs as previously believed. Perhaps the group into larger packs when mating season is imminent. Females seem to be the dominant sex. Males will bring gifts of food in exchange for a mating advantage. The males sometimes attacked. Loud vocalizations heard exchange, believed to be from males, especially at night. Fascinating. Males do not seem to engage in physical confrontations for reproductive rights. Some posturing, but no conflict. All Kagauti display increased aggressiveness during mating. Must be careful not to be seen. They can be found to be increasingly territorial. Okay, maybe we'll take this and give it back to his friend when we find him. If he's not dead already, I have just waited like 4 or 5 different hours to heal up. So he could just be dead. I don't know. Oh. Ah. A sad day. Even Vardenfell weeps for me. Hello? Oh, shit. That scared the fuck out of me. Well, is he not around here? Oh, there you are. Greetings, my friend. It is I, your savior. I like the fit, though. Oh, thank heavens you found me. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't showed up. I've been trapped here by some Kagauti since my friend and I were separated. Yes, your friend. I've met him. Ah, you've met Thorinor. Yes, he and I became separated when I went off to investigate some sounds I heard. Of course, it turned out to be a pack of Kagauti that trapped me here, but I see you've taken care of them. Did you notice any distinctive sounds they may have made when you were battling them? They had the most fascinating vocalizations. But enough of that for now. Shall we go back to Thorinor? Thoronor? Thoronor? Yeah, fuck him. He should just be called Robert. Idiot. The fact that all elves aren't called Robert is a sin. I don't want to get rid of the helmet. Like, I know what the other helmets look like, and I think this is the best fit I have for it, to be honest. Like, this with the skirt is just... It's so good. Literally Knights of the Round Table vibes. Hello, hello, I brought back your friend. Whoa, hey, it's 2022, you can't do that. Or not 2020, wait, what? It's 20... No, I said it right. This video might have to end soon, I don't even know what year I'm in. Oh, you found my friend address. Wonderful. Thank you so much. I can't tell you how much this means to me. I'm afraid I don't have much to give you as a reward, but this amulet may help you in your travels. It's helped the two of us out on a number of occasions. Take care. So we got an amulet of slow falling, which definitely will come in handy later on. Sorry, I had to scratch my nose. But yes, later on, we will be using that quite a bit. In fact, we could probably use it right now with a scroll of Aria's Flight. And maybe launch ourselves to Balmora, but I might actually overshoot it. And you know what? Nothing ventured, nothing gained, am I right? Let's see if we can do this. First of all, let me equip it before I go and act a fool. Where is it? Scroll of a Carrion Flight. I think I can just use it down here, right? Yes. Huh! Oh god. Oh! Cast it! No. Alright. That was, really touch and go there for a minute, huh? Not the best launch I've ever had in my life, but definitely not one of the worst either. I've definitely had better. I guess I could use one of the scrolls to teleport back if I really wanted to, but I don't know exactly where it'll take me. I know that one of them takes me to the nearest Imperial cult place, I'm pretty sure, which could be halfway across the map, or it could be Fort Moonmoth. I don't know. At this point, we've already talked about it, and we're already halfway there, so a little bit of walking won't hurt us. I mean, our athletics could always be a little bit stronger. Good for us. Drink water. Go on runs. Keep yourself fit. The Nameless Warrior. Oh, that's what I should have named myself. And just kept like this fit for the entire game. That would have been so cool. Maybe we'll do that. Chat between... Not chat. Comments. Subscribers. Whatever you want to call yourself. You. We'll keep it between us, alright? There's some nicks over there. I don't really want to fight them. Hopefully they won't aggro on me. We will know the name of Eldrin. But everyone else shall know the Nameless Warrior. I guess I could just open up the console and maybe change myself. Like my name, but... that's okay. Another day, another time. Alright, here we come to Balmora. Maybe we'll do something a little cheeky, as my friends from across the pond would say. There we go. Look at that. And touchdown. God, I wish I could make that spell more often. I feel like I want to save a scroll because I think that you can maybe reverse engineer a scroll in this game to get the spell itself, or maybe you can... I know you can make custom spells in this game like you can in Oblivion and Daggerfall, but I don't know if you need a scroll in order to make a spell involving that particular one, but I'll keep one more on me just in case. Just in case. I'll probably forget by next episode though and accidentally use it. What time is it? 10 p.m. Yeah, we're definitely not gonna get any armor at this point, but that's okay. Go ahead and turn in this quest real quick.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
I have nothing to say to you. I'm sorry.
I
Hey.
really don't have time for this, so make it quick.
The voice acting for the, you know, it's so interesting that so many different elves have,
You have something to say to me?
like the elves in Morrowind have more voice actors than the elves in Oblivion. But I can imagine that's because they were doing like a big switch. Like Oblivion was kind of an actual, I mean, this is a 3D world space, but it wasn't anything like Morrowind. So maybe most of the budget went to
Good hunting.
making the actual world, and they didn't have enough for voice acting. Yeah, so here are the flowers. Yes, these are the flowers that Ajira needs. Ajira has made potions for you. Ajira hopes that you will use them well. So now we got 6 cheap restore magicka. 6 is pretty good. Any more duties? Ajira is very sorry. Ajira has much work to do on these reports, so Ajira cannot win her bet with Galbadir. Maybe you could fetch a new ceramic bowl. Okay, so she literally wants us to go and buy a bowl for her. A pretty easy quest, but one that we're going to have to wait a few moments for. I think what I'll do is I'll get ourselves some armor. Excuse me. I'll get ourselves some armor, and let's see here. On top of the ceramic bowl. And then we'll probably end the episode there. There we are. Let's see what time it is. 6. Let's wait. We'll wait 3 more hours. 3 more hours is fine. Just want to make sure that everyone's open and ready to receive us.
You have something to say to me?
There's a joke to make there, but I held myself back. Hello.
Hurry this up, will you?
And everyone's so rude in Vardenfell. I mean, I get the place isn't extremely nice, but no need to make it worse. So it's quick repair. We'll just do that, just to be sure. It never hurts. So let's barter real quick. You, me, barter. I'm gonna sell the iron dagger and this. Now, what do you have, armor man? You have iron boots. That's pretty cool. I think that's all you really have, to be honest, though. Yeah, everything else is kind of medium armor. A shame, but something is better than nothing, I've always been told. It's fine. We'll get the iron boots then. And we'll sell these. There we go. And let's go ahead and put these on. Now we're looking good.
If I can help.
For a minute there, I couldn't move. I thought I was over encumbered. Alright, let's go get the ceramic bowl. Hello there. 1 ceramic bowl, please. There we are. Gotta love the miscellaneous objects in video games. There's nothing quite like them. And underrated classics. I cannot get over how cool we look. Honestly. I didn't really look to see if they had any iron shoulder
What is this
pads,
about?
but I don't think they did. I think it was mostly light and medium armor.
Sorry, stranger. My time is short, so get on with it.
Everyone's very, very quick with us, huh?
That guy asks
Way too many questions.
Ajira must find our stolen reports. Ajira needs your help very badly. Galbadir stole Ajira's reports on the properties of the local mushrooms and flowers. Ajira knows Galbadir did not lead the Mages Guild, so the report must be nearby. Oh me, oh my. I think, yeah, that's another weird thing about
my patience is limited.
the Morrowind game, is that people just sniff you sometimes when you go by. I don't really know
Sorry,
why.
stranger.
Maybe
My time is short, so get on with it.
Maybe it has something to do with... Never mind. Anyways, I know where this is because when I was younger, I could never find it. And for the longest time, I wandered around trying to figure out where it was. And it's been permanently ingrained in my brain.
Can we hurry this along?
Everyone here just does not like us. Here are your stolen reports. Yes, here they are. Ajira sees only one report. Ajira must have both reports to be a journeyman. Ah,
Greetings, friend.
interesting. I think it's right over here, isn't it? Yes, 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 yes. And here you are. Oh, no, I mean to go through that. Oh, okay.
Greetings, friend.
Yes, here they are. Yes, these are the reports Ajira needs. Ajira thanks you, Veldrin. Ajira is your friend always. Ajira worked very hard on these potions for you. Thank you. You have any duties for me? Ajira knows many secrets, but not yet for friend Veldrin. Speak to Ajira again when you are a warlock. Ranus Atheris may have duties for you, but Ajira does not like Ranus much. Maybe you should speak with Ajira's good friend Edwinia Elbert in the Mages Guild of Aldrun. Okay. Well, we're gonna go speak to our boss, even though you recommended going talking to someone else, because we need to get a promotion.
I really don't have time for this, so make it.
And when you will when I hit a promotion. Here we are. Advancements, please. Congratulations, you're now officially Veldrin, the apprentice. Study diligently and perform your duties. Oh, another advancement. There we go. Congratulations, you are now officially Veldrin, the journeyman. Study diligently. Cool. I need to convince an ex-Telvanni to join us. And while you're there, maybe you can collect Manwee's guild dues. Okay. The Telvanni is Larar, XD, Bariloth. God, I'm so bad at names. I'm so sorry, everybody. He's in Solipund. If you can't convince him to join, kill him. While you're there, collect the guild dues from Manwee. She's in Punabai, nearby. Punabi? Where's Celipund? Celipund is along the trail from... Okay. Okay, here's the directions to Punabi. Leave Balmora, going towards Fort Moonmoth to the east. Cross the old Dwemer Bridge to the north to the fort that leads to Molag Amur. Go past the Dwemer Ruin and follow the winding trail east until you reach a lake. You will see Morandis to your south. I will mark this stronghold on your map. Head north of Morandis on the path between the hills. Punabi will be on your right, and Solipund is a little further on the path on your left. Just follow the signs to Molagmar. Right. Well, that is certainly a quest for us. But I think we're going to end this episode here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out with me. It has been an absolute pleasure to spend an hour in your company and for you to join me on Morrowind. I think Veldrin is a character that's coming along very nicely. I'm liking where we're going with it, and I like the fit, so I'm excited to see where we're going. But once more, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'll see you next time, either on Daggerfall or Morrowind, whichever one. So be sure to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe so you can see more content and see the journeys of our characters of Alistair and Veldrin. Take care, guys, and be safe.